When many think of China, they envision the hustle and bustle of crowded shopping malls and city traffic. Indeed, China's cities are full of life and vibrancy, but so too are its natural habitats. China actually has more plant and animal species than any country in the world besides Brazil and Colombia. This rich variety of life is one of the main reasons I've spent so much time living, traveling, and exploring all around China. And while China's path towards rapid development came at the cost of many of its natural habitats, China is planning a comeback for its wildlife. This past February, China announced some thrilling news for wildlife. China systematically updated its list of protected species for the first time in 32 years. The list now includes 988 different animal species, adding 512 species to the original 476. The animals on the list are protected by law against poaching and harm, enforcing heavy fines up to $15,000 to perpetrators. The list was already updated once last year to include pangolins, a scaly anteater-like mammal which is the most trafficked mammal species in the world, but now it also includes wolves, Siberian ibexes, the Tibetan fox, and the rare hot spring snake which is only found on the Tibetan plateau. About 3/4 of the species on the list are birds, many of which were originally overlooked. So why is China just now updating the list, and what does this mean for the future of China's wild animals? Many of the species not previously included in the list have a turbulent history in China. Wolves and sparrows, for example, used to be the target of national extermination campaigns before people understood how valuable they actually are to the environment. Indeed, an ocean away in the US, the reintroduction of wolves in the Yellowstone National Park in 1995 famously benefited an entire ecosystem chain, from beavers to willow trees and even streams. One Chinese scientist, Zheng Zuoxin, helped change China's policy towards sparrows. In the 1950s, many believed that sparrows were responsible for widespread crop damage. But by closely studying the diets of sparrows, Zheng found that the sparrows were actually eating more insects than grain, and that they were actually a positive for crop production. Zheng's research helped change China's view on sparrows and helped end the campaign to eliminate them. Now, the amount of scholars in China studying wildlife is many times greater than it was 30 years ago. But accurate research on so many species takes a long time to attain, verify, and translate into policy, so that's the main reason why the law took so long to be updated. China now promises to update the list every 5 years, so we may be able to expect even more species in China to be protected on the list in the future. But many scientists actually hope the list shrinks, because if the list shrinks, that means the wildlife populations have rebounded enough so that they don't need such strict protection. As the leadership listens to scientists and includes their recommendations in national protections, we can look forward to a brighter future for China's wildlife. When we nurture and respect nature, entire ecosystems benefit. And yes, that means us humans as well.
I'm James Chow. You're watching The China Current. Follow us on social media @The China Current.